Got some money and found myself a car. I headed north towards the boulevard on my own. And Paul Simon and his friend singing something about Mrs. Robinson on the radio. And I'm going north. And I'm going north. But I won't know where I'm going till I get there. You know I wish you felt the same. Maybe I'll find love in San Francisco. I can hear her calling out the name.
I'm just looking for a pen.
There isn't a pen handy, but there is a model aeroplane just behind you. That's useful.
It's the Enterprise, my friend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All these years we've been doing this, and I've just seen detritus on the piano top, but I've never quite worked out what it actually is.
The Enterprise.
Did you used to do a lot of Star Warsy things?
Star Trek, my friend.
Oh, God. See, that's just...
Appalling behaviour.
Has there been different iterations of the Enterprise in all its different versions of series, or has it always been quite a consistent design?
No, it's changed. I don't really want to go into... I don't want everyone to know how much of a nerd I am.
Are you a bit of a Trekkie?
Yeah, big time, man. I'm a big time Trekkie. Yeah, I love... I've always
What was
Star
your
Trek.
era? Because there's been a few versions, hasn't there?
End of Next Generation with Patrick
Stewart as... Yes.
And then DS9 and Voyager. But, I mean, so much so that I said to my agent not so long ago, they had a new series that just came out, I don't know, like a couple of months ago. I was like, can you get me seen for the new Star Trek series? And she was like, what?
What?
I was like, yeah, man, get me seen for the new Star Trek thing. She was like, two things. One, you're a nerd. And two, how the hell do you want me to get you a Star Trek audition?
But there has been British actors in that over the years, hasn't there? Well, obviously Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, there's one in it. He plays one of the sous chefs in Boiling Point with Stephen Graham. Did you ever watch that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that'd be what a great gig, because not only that, a lot of resale stuff over back in old money when contracts were worth something, but a lot of resales. And then you're just invited to all the geeky cons around the world with PA fees and all that sort of stuff, aren't you? Forever.
I paid a lot of money. I remember going to a Comic-Con in Birmingham, actually, at the NEC, and there was a woman there, and she was a regular from Doctors, so you don't have to be in major sci-fi franchise. So, yeah.
Well, that was fun. Do you know what? It's one of the few auditions I've actually had a chance when I've sort of turned down an audition, but my agent got in touch and said, oh, they want to see you for this episode of Doctors, and they sent through the script, and I read the script, and it was to play some sort of devotee fan at a Comic-Con type thing.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought to myself, hang on a minute, they're going to be filming this with 8 extras trying to look like 800 extras. The script was really poor. Forgive me, whoever wrote it, if you're a listener. The script was really poor, and I just thought this could be really, really embarrassing to execute. And the character was quite camp, and it just didn't really sit in my situation.
Really?
I just didn't feel it.
Are you sure?
And so I had to call my agent and like, would you be offended if I didn't go in for this? And they're like, no, not at all. But yeah, you always feel bad, don't you, when you turn those things down? But I just thought it could be terrible. This could be terrible.
I don't know what it is about saying... I'm changing the subject now a little bit. I don't know what it is about saying no to your agent that really gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I know, it feels like, yeah, they might never call you again, right? But they're absolutely fine with it. In fact, I think it's a good thing. I think they think you're quite discerning if it's, something legitimate. Or the reason is legitimate, rather.
Yeah, I don't know. I've turned down some pretty big auditions in my life.
I think you can be a bit of a dick about it sometimes.
I just think that it's like I don't want to talk myself out of any work, because maybe I'll be in a different place in 20 years' time in my head, I don't know, or circumstances, whatever, but like,
I hope so.
It's like, why I don't want to live in San Francisco for 10 months and film a TV show.
Do you not? Really? Why not?
No. That's not why I wanted to be an actor.
I think so many people listening to it think that's exactly why I want to be an actor. Where do you want to be? Stoke-on-Trent?
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
There's something so much more rewarding than doing that than living in Hollywood for 2 years.
I understand where that's coming from, but sometimes you've got to go do that to get the choice to do the other things. Do you know, if that
Really?
came up, then it can open doors. Yeah.
What, in Stoke?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you not know they're twinned, San Francisco and Stoke?
Well, I'm being being exaggerative. I just think
Yes.
I'm like, I don't.
What have you turned down then? What have you turned down an audition for that would make you live in San Francisco?
Certainly shouldn't be telling you. Maybe not as big as San Francisco. I've never turned anything down in San Francisco. But, like, there's some things that have come in and I'm just like, no, I don't want my life to change like that.
Yeah, I get it if it's like, look, I don't want to do Calendar Girls tour for 15 months with Jeanette Cranky. Do you know what I mean? I understand if it's not quite appealing. Although I would like to see that actually now. Jeanette Cranky hiding behind some melons.
I think the romanticism of acting for me comes from humble roots, and I want to stay in humble roots. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but if those humble roots never grow and see the light of day, it's a dead plant, isn't it?
Well, it depends how big you want your plant, though.
I mean, well, but sometimes you've just got to water it and trim it and replant it in a different, smaller pot.
I think you're someone that if somebody came in and said, Rob, here is the next lead in 6 Marvel films, off you go. You'd be like, yeah, you're going to get paid 20 million quid and you're going to travel around the world. You'll do press junkets in Korea. You'll do press junkets in New York. You'd be like, yeah, 100% cool.
Absolutely I would. Would you not?
No.
Really? This is such a point of difference that we've never explored. Really?
Yeah.
Do you mean that, or are you just being a bit contrary?
I think I would need to be convinced to do it, yeah.
Really? On what grounds? Because it's going to take you away from the bosom of your family and friendship group and your culture and your roots.
I just see how miserable these people are who actually do it.
Who's miserable doing that?
Well, I don't want to say the name on air.
Tom
but
Hiddleston seems cock-a-hoop at everything he does.
Yeah, but he's a prick.
Don't think you can say that.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's true. Tom Hiddleston does enjoy it, yeah, and that's very true. But I just don't think that's not what Like, Judi Dench wouldn't want to do any of that stuff, and I'd rather
She
be
wouldn't
Judi
want to do
Dench.
it now. Well, she has done it. She's
Do you
made
think she would have done it
Of course
then?
she has. I mean, she's done some absolute clangers, hasn't she, really? Just, I think,
Like
to
what?
pay for the house and the mortgage and things.
Like what?
Well, doesn't she do an advert for some insurance thing or go compare
but
or something?
She's in her 90s now and she can't do anything else, so...
Yeah, I know, but I think we're setting quite a high bar at Judi Dench. Do you know? I think there's a big sort of
Well,
big
so's playing...
cavern between us and Judi Dench in terms of opportunity.
So's playing, like, 6 Marvel films, like, that would
Cheers,
not
by
float
the way.
my boat.
I'm having a glass of wine. You're playing football later, aren't you? You can't have it.
Yeah, no, I can't drink. I don't know. It doesn't float my boat.
Okay, so what's the inflection point? What represents too big or too far for you?
Rory Kinnear is the pinnacle.
I know, you just want to be Rory Kinnear. But
That
you know,
is-
he's
that-
gone off
that
and done
career.
Bond films.
That's completely different to playing a 6-part Marvel series.
Well, do you think he's turned down a Marvel character?
I don't know him.
I think he's got trapped into that. He's a stage actor, right? And maybe, you know, when he reaches Patrick Stewart's age, he'll graduate and do one of those things. But
Do you reckon?
yeah, I mean, look at McKellen and Stewart and all those. Like, they're absolutely... It takes them to a new audience. And, I don't know, we haven't talked about this, but did you see that amazing clip of Ian McKellen doing the speech from Shakespeare on the Stephen Colbert Show?
Yeah.
And you just think he's got a love and an audience that's come through those other things that can bring them into what might be considered work with more integrity.
Okay, I'll throw the opposite to that. Have you seen him on set of The Hobbit and he's weeping because he hates it so much?
Really?
And he's just... Yeah, he's
'Cause
crying
he was
his
away
eyes out.
too long, wasn't he?
No, because he's surrounded by green screens and it's not acting.
Oh, okay.
And he
Yeah.
hates it. And he's weeping his heart out because this is not why I became an actor. And I'm
But
like,
that's post
actually...
Lord of the Rings, is it? Going back and doing something. Did he make a mistake on that? I don't know. Anyway.
Well, you'd have to ask him. But the images of him in Gandalf costume and he's just surrounded by green. And he's supposed to be in the Hobbit thing. And he's just sitting there crying on set in front of everyone going, Peter Jackson, I can't do this. This is not why I became an actor. And I'm like, I think there's something in that. I think that speaks volumes of like what the acting industry is now and like the pinnacle of success is. That it's not like you are disconnected from, like, it's different as like, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're being over the top by talking about The Hobbit and Marvel films and stuff, but like, I would really have to think about that because like, I don't know if that's why I became an actor to do stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, if I was we'll use Stoke-on-Trent as the example, if you told me I was going to play Banquo in Stoke-on-Trent for a month, I'd be like, yeah, go on then. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm poo-pooing it because I'm trying to protect myself that that's never going to happen in my career. Maybe that's the psychological thing.
There's a whole therapy session in this. But I feel like
I just don't think.
Is what you're saying a little bit, is this Jordan Henderson going to play, for example, a Saudi club and then thinking, do you know what, this is not who I am, and I took the money and I regret it and I've trashed my reputation a little bit and I want to get back to what makes me tick? And, you know, look at him now at Brentford, thriving. And is that the equivalent?
Maybe that's a very good analogy.
Podcast.
Like, yeah, like that's a really good example. Actually, it's like, okay, you're playing for, I don't want to offend anyone, but a middle of the road football team in the Championship. Let's pick Charlton. You're playing for Charlton. You've been at Charlton for 6-7 years, and you earn a very happy amount of money, and you get to travel the country and all this kind of stuff, and you live the dream as a footballer. And then someone in the UAE comes out of nowhere and goes, "Here's £150,000 a week and a 7-year contract." I mean, obviously you're going to be like, "Whoa, that's a lot of money," and I'll think about it. This is the other thing. Like, if Marvel did come in and say, "Here's 6 films,"
you'd be
saw
done
20
like
million
a
quid,
shot.
I'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute, £20 million. Wait a minute," and then I'd be like, "Wait a minute,
this whole bit is absolutely ridiculous." But I know what you're saying, because I think it does stick in the throat of some people a little bit. I think we can very easily just assume that money is the answer, scale is the answer, fame, reputation is on some way fulfilling. And there are many, many stories of people who've just felt it doesn't sit with them. And actually what you give away to take that in terms of integrity or anonymity and all those things can be too much.
Like, would you want to be famous, Rob? Would you genuinely want to be famous?
Well, I think, you know, having dipped my toe in Z-list celebrity for that couple of years in Corrie, where you are recognised randomly in Brighton, walking down the Shambles or whatever it's called. What was they called in Brighton? You know, that's happened.
York, isn't it? The Shambles.
Yeah, I'm sure Yorkshire. What's it called in Brighton? The Lanes.
The Lanes.
You know, like, it has happened, and happened in Manchester frequently, obviously, but on the tube in London, people pointing and going, "All right, mate, Corrie," and putting your thumbs up. For a little while, it's fun, right? It's titillating, it's interesting, it's extraordinary to think, fuck, like, that's one of the 10 million people in this country who see me in their lounge. That's odd. And that they've got a relationship and you experience that. But then you also, when you dip your toe into the forums, and you've had this on, you know, fandoms with Evan and things like that, and there are whole forums and web articles written about you and where you're from that are just nicking pictures from your social media. And, you know, I'm talking about the Zedist. I'm the Z of Zed here in this moment. So when you have that, it's very easy to project that forward and think, imagine being Tom Cruise, where you cannot leave a room without someone sycophanting, looking. And I would not want that at all.
That's
I really,
like,
wouldn't. I think it would be horrible. And what you trade for it, I'm not sure is worth it.
I totally agree with you. Like, I mean, even running in Evan in those 4 years, like, you couldn't get off the bus or the tube without people going like, "Oh my God, it's such and such." And they'd come up to you and it's like, you're right, for the first like 2 months, you're like, "Hi, nice to meet you, cool. And then you're just like, hang on a minute, I'm just going to work. Like, I'm just going to my job that I like doing, and I don't want to give this part of myself over to you because it's not yours and I'm not at work yet. I didn't want work to start when I left the house." Do you know what I mean? And like, can you imagine? And like, again, like, if you're the Z of the Z, I would have been like the whatever the next letter in the alphabet would have been after Z if somebody picked it up. But I don't know. I just feel it's a great. I'm not really talking about myself here. I suppose I'm talking about like the whole like fame industry and like working on the film that I've just filmed. I'm like, and there's loads of pictures coming out of it now at the moment as well, and I'm like, they can't do anything. And it just blows my mind. I just wouldn't be able to do it. And I don't know. I suppose you have to strike the balance of it. And I always say that, and I know I go on about him, and not, Rory Kinnear is the perfect dude. That level of success, like, he's a successful, incredibly talented actor, but he can walk down the street,
and there is recognition, but not celebrity. I guess it's sort of recognition versus full-on public access celebrity.
And like, if I went to San Francisco and did this pilot and was there for 6 years and that's my life over. Do you know what I mean? And then like, it's those decisions, because like, look, I'm in a lucky position where I get those sort of meetings through sometimes, and I'm like, wait a minute, you want me to go for what? okay.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I'm going to get paid £50,000 and that's going to be it. It's like, do you know what I mean?
But then I think there's a lot of in between, because like I was at the gym the other week and Will Poulter was in there. Do you know that actor Will Poulter?
Yeah.
So I don't really know him, but he looks familiar to me. And then he rocked up as a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race the other day, and I was like, I thought, well, is he gay? I don't know his story. I don't really know what he's been in. So I looked at his Instagram, and he's got, X millions of followers, and I don't know why he's achieved that. I don't know what his break has been, but he's in that place that is probably getting him gigs. I imagine he's probably getting seen for Netflix things and stuff that he won't necessarily be a lead in, but could afford him opportunities. He'll probably get an audition for something at the National because social media will bring in an audience, all that sort of stuff. That this is the world we're in now, where you've got to have some visibility, or you can't even get on the stage at Newcastle under Lyme.
I mean, Will Poulter is in Marvel films.
Is he?
Yeah, he's massive.
So he's exactly what you're talking about then.
Yeah.
He's gone off and done that.
Yeah, he's massive.
Right. But
he's
he's not known to me. So there is some form of anonymity.
Anonymity, yeah, that's true. Who did he have to kiss? He had to kiss Jennifer Aniston in a film, I think, with him and...
Oh, really?
Was it Sandler? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, he's massive now. He made his break on a CBBC, sketch show.
Oh, really?
When he was I don't know, he looked like 12, 11, something like that. Yeah, he's been around for ages. But yeah, it's a good example. Yeah, he does.
Anyway, I saw him in his pants in the gym.
Good. Well, I suppose, that gives me a bit of hope. What gym were you at? Soho House or what?
It was Soho House gym.
Yeah, of course you were at fucking Soho House. So, that's not, I don't, that's not going to happen, is it? He isn't going to go to the gym, is he? He's going to go to Soho House. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Anyway, I wanted to give you a virtual hug. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yes.
We got into a... you all right? How are you doing? Are you all right? You had a nice week?
I'm good, yeah. I'm good. I'm, busy, which is cool, which is nice.
How did your auditions go this week? Was it Monday this week?
Yeah, no, they were fine. It was all good.
You were playing the guitar, were you not?
Yeah, I don't think I'll get it, so it's fine. But it was nice.
How did the practice go?
It's good. I enjoyed it. Have you ever learnt anything for an audition before? Have you ever had to do that?
For an
Apart
audition,
from songs.
Line songs, which is hard enough. I've learnt stuff for jobs, and I've gone through processes of the research of a job. Say if your character, for example, years ago I played a character who was a weaver. It was a period piece, and he was a weaver. And we went, as part of the research, to an old loom and had to go on those things. I didn't have to do it, but it was helpful to have the actions and the muscularity and the posture that came with that job and things. It was helpful. And actually on that same job I had to ride a horse. Mm-hmm. So that was...
What was that?
Which I'd obviously lied about and said... because I did, I did win the Venton Vanes Gymkhana, age 9, when we lived in Cornwall. So I had riding experience, but I was really rusty and out of it. So I'd slightly elevated my riding skills in the conversation, etc., in the audition, and did ask, therefore. I was like, yeah, no, I was all right. It'd be nice to have some refresher lessons, though, if that's possible. And then, I used to go have lessons after rehearsals. So I did. That was great to learn that. But I think it would be great to do a job where you think of Chamelet in Marty Supreme or something, where you're playing someone with a skill and the movie is about that skill. That'd be great to do something like that and actually go to quite a high level. Because you're musical, do you deliberately cultivate the guitar to have that sort of actor muso string to your bow?
No, I've never
string to your guitar.
Oh, well done. I've never billed myself as an actor musician because I'm not as good.
Yeah.
I just do it for fun, really. It's a good laugh.
But when did you first start picking up a guitar then?
Oh God. What is this, McCartney? Is this Parkinson's or something? I don't know. Maybe I bought the guitar I have now.
Is it the same one? You start picking away and...
Oh, mate, it was like 80 quid off Tinternet. It's dirt cheap. It's not a good guitar at all.
And was it to kind of look a bit cool and like a tortured artist who could just whip out a guitar?
Not at all. No, not at all. It was my dad was a bassist. He was a very good musician.
Of course, yeah.
So I have some of that in me somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought, why not?
Yeah.
I'd like to learn how to play a bit of guitar. And I can't. I can play Blackbird on it now, which is pretty cool.
Is that what you did in the audition?
No.
What did you do?
Here, There and Everywhere and Yesterday.
Is the guitar within reach?
Oh, no, it's absolutely not.
Go on, give us a bit
Absolutely.
yesterday.
Definitely. I've forgotten yesterday already. Genuinely. I can play Blackbird, though, because I like playing
Go on,
Blackbird.
get it
I'm
out.
not going to go and get... It's upstairs. I can
Go
go upstairs.
on, it'll be great. We've got
No.
PRS and everything. Let's give Paul some more money. Go on, play a bit of Blackbird.
I can't play Blackbird.
Go on, it'll be great. He's going upstairs. Good lad. Hi, Ken. How you doing? Please, can I get a glass of white wine? It's been a bit of a day, and frankly, I deserve it. And a packet of dry roasted peanuts, please. Thank you very much. Cheers. Here's to you. Yeah, he's gone to get the guitar. Oh, there's a few people's ears pricked up now, knowing that Jack's going to whip out the guitar in the clubhouse.
This is actually a little bit fucking embarrassing. Why am I
No,
doing
it's not. It's great. This
Yes,
is
it
good.
is.
Good. Is it in tune? Should be.
Should be enough. A very famous person taught me how to play this, actually.
Did the who?
I can't say it.
Phil Collins.
Paul Mescal, but you'll have to cut that out. Oh, see, I can't fucking play it now.
God, it's good. Well done.
Okay. Okay, I'm in now.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Yeah. Such a lovely song.
Ah.
You going to sing?
No.
Go on.
I haven't warmed up. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. That's all you're getting.
You sound lovely. You got a lovely voice. That's great. It's not easy
like to
doing
do
that.
No,
Not
it's
easy
not.
doing that. Did you do that in the audition then on Monday?
No.
Ah. But
What did I do? I haven't got the cap's upstairs.
well done. Thanks for doing that.
Well, that was very embarrassing, but thank you very much. You're welcome.
It's great. It's nice to
Do you
own
play anything?
your
Do you
talent.
play anything?
No, I was that kid who learnt to play a lot of instruments but didn't have the self-discipline to maintain any of it. I had piano lessons, and actually in lockdown I started playing around with that again because we have a piano in the house, and I started doing a bit of self-teaching, and again I haven't maintained that. I played the flute. I used to have flute lessons at school.
You told me that before, yeah.
I played the violin, but didn't maintain that. I had a few guitar lessons, didn't maintain that. And then, like every British kid in the world, learnt the recorder. And if you showed any talent, you were given a descant recorder, which is a slightly bigger one and a bit more, legit. So all those things, and I let them all go and failed at them just like an absolute knob.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Did you learn any other instruments as a kiddie wink?
My mum kept me into piano lessons, but I didn't keep them up. And what's one of my biggest regrets now in my life?
Mm-hmm.
One of them, I mean, God, I'd love to be able to play piano. I did learn when I was in
It's
Evan.
the king of instruments. Well, and guitar.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, piano, you can do so much more. I don't know. Piano probably is the one, but you're right. Because obviously you've got so much bloody time off when you're in a West End show, even though you're knackered all the time. I used to get into the theatre early sometimes, and the MD would teach me how to play the piano. I had some piano lessons.
Yeah, that's nice.
And when we did, we played the Albert Hall. I can't remember which one we did.
Yes, hang on.
When we played the Albert Hall,
this.
yeah, I snuck onto the BBC Orchestra's grand piano, and played a bit of Phil Collins.
That's
and the guy was
great,
like,
isn't
are you the piano dude? I was like, no, I'm not. Just
Evidently not.
Goodbye. And then just left, yeah.
Is this when you flirted with Imelda Staunton, or was that a different time?
God, I was at drama school then. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was at the Brit Awards, whatever it was.
No, the Olivier's was
Yeah.
at the Theatre Royal, and they got a...
Yeah.
God, yeah, I told her her bum looked good.
Yeah.
I don't think she liked it.
I'm not surprised. Crikey.
Yeah. Have you had any auditions recently? What's going on with that?
I did a self-tape last week for a BBC drama. Speaking of camp, actually, it
Nice.
was a small part to play this hotel manager in this BBC drama, and I was away at, and this is a good note for any actor, I happened to have with me, for another purpose, but it's a good lesson, I had a tripod and phone holder with me, which was really great. Otherwise, I've had to go out and buy the 4th version of tripod or thing that I got in my set when I always seem to get an audition when I'm in Spain or somewhere. Yeah. And so I've learnt now to carry a little one with me and have a tripod in my bag. So, and I got the call from agent. I was away for a few days and I was in a hotel room. So I set up and had nice background, actually. I just went and bought like a little ring light to go with it so I could get decent lighting. That's always the problem when you're self-taping in dull hotel rooms. It was a couple of scenes. I learned them quite quick. My learning ability post-Corrie is very good. I can really learn lines very quickly these days. And I did the scene. I was like, it's a hotel manager. And he was described as a bit officious but nice. You know, a bit Jobsworthy but nice enough. At his core, he was a nice person. And I just found myself, when I was reading it, I thought, this is quite camp, actually. And I, like a lot of these self-tapes, you've got to have a scene partner. And if you're aware, that's very hard. I'm lucky I've got housemates who are both actors, so we're always doing things for each other. So I had to zoom in to a housemate. I got them to zoom in, which worked great because I set up a laptop like I was the receptionist and had him speaking the other lines. And I just found myself being a little bit camp in it. I'm not very good at camp. And why are you screwing your face up? I'm not camp.
I'm not screwing my face up.
I'm proper mask.
Oh.
I'm mask for mask.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't say anything.
Your face did. And I did slightly camp. My house was like, I think you should push the camp a little bit. And I was all right. And so I really went for it and did sort of like, I think my first line was something like, what was in that? I think the character's called Shy. And my first line was like, Shy, can I have a word? And I just found myself being really, and I did the thing. I was like, Shy, can I have a word?
I don't think you're going to get that.
And so I sort of pushed it. And then I pushed it, and then I was like, I think that's too much. I'm going to go in between, and did a half one. And that's the one I sent. Anyway, no news.
Shy, can I have a word, please?
It's set in Hull.
Shy, can I have a word, please?
So I thought Hull. I pushed the accent a little bit. I made it slightly...
Shy, word, please.
Shy, have a word, love. Oh, Shy, love, can I have a word. It's the word love, you see.
Shy.
It wasn't just shy.
Oh, love.
Shy,
okay,
love.
Yeah.
Shy, love, can I have a word?
Shy, love. Shy, my love, can I have a word, please? Shy, love, can I have a word, please? Shy, love, can I have a word, please?
Yeah.
Shy, love. Okay, nice.
Yeah,
cool.
So tried all those things. And he was watching... I'm giving you...
Shy, love, can I have a word, please? Something
that
like
would be better. That's slightly John Inman. But that... That's a really dated reference. For any listeners who are over 50, you might get that. Everyone else, I'm apologising for that. Yeah. Oh, that's
nice,
good.
Cool. Well, that's good then.
Very good. Well, this could be an episode where we don't discuss sport whatsoever.
I was just about to say, we've done really well not to mention any sport whatsoever. I don't want to talk about sport for obvious reasons.
I think, given your situation, I don't think we should.
I don't think it's a good reason to talk about sport, yeah.
No. What I did want to talk about briefly, because I think it's very on my brand now, especially given the last few episodes, what launches next month, or has been launched, but will have the inaugural event next month, is...
He's going to say it, everyone. He's going to say it.
Yes.
He's going to say it. Go on, say it.
Is the Rock League.
Which is, Robert?
A new franchise-based curling tournament.
The world's gone
How cool
mad.
is that?
Game's gone, lads. Game has gone.
Great, and I think it's such a good idea. It's capitalising on all our collective love of curling that has been peaked during the Winter Olympic tournament. And now all of us, you know, not just me, obviously, all of us are obsessed now, and we want to find an avenue to continue this. And the Rock League is North American. The first tournament is in Toronto over a few days, and there are 6 franchise leagues that feature the stars of all the Olympic teams. And the 6 franchise names, can I share them? The teams are Maple United. You can imagine that's kind of Canadian heavy.
Yeah.
Shield Curling Club.
Jesus.
Frontier Curling Club.
Better.
Alpine Curling Club. Typhoon Curling Club. And Northern United.
Well, that's where we're going.
Northern United will be captained by...
Bruce Mowat.
Bruce Mowat.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
That's great, isn't it? And it's featuring some Swiss players, some Norwegian players, the Swedish brother-sister combo who beat Jen and Bruce in the mixed curling doubles. Jen is also in the team. There's an Italian player, Giulia Zardini Lassadelli, I think,
well done.
Who's from Cortina. And I think we beat them in the semi-final. Anyway, so that is a great team. And Northern United, I'm Northern Leeds United, and their colours are blue and yellow. I mean, it is meant to be. So I'm going full merch, I'm getting involved. I think it'll be obviously broadcast So if
where
anyone else
is
wants
it?
to get involved in the Rock League, it'll be live in Toronto. But,
Toronto.
I imagine it'll be televised as well. Get a franchise going, guys. Get involved. Adopt a new team.
What, UK? Oh, you mean what? You want us to pick a team?
I think you should
I'll
pick a
go
team.
Northern United. I'll go Northern United.
Yeah, it'd be nice for us to be on the same team for once.
It is a bit weird that how, like, every 4 years, everyone goes curling mental and then everyone just forgets about it. So it is pretty good idea that someone around the world has gone, do you know what? Let's just take it by the horns and go with it and see if we can do something.
And there are tournaments all the time. Like, even just last week, there was the World Junior Championships. There was the Scottish Championships last week. I know all this stuff.
You're obsessed.
I know. I just think it's a really compelling sport. I've realised why I think it's a great sport.
Go on.
Is that every act is consequential. Every throw of the stone is important. It's not like, 20 minutes can go by with no shots on target, an atmosphere in a game, or it's a bit dull, or teams are neutralising themselves out. Actually, everything is leading up to a critical moment and could change the direction of the game. And I think that's a really good sport.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm not here to poo-poo it. It's not my cup of tea. It's bowls on ice, guys. But it's
What's wrong with that?
What's right with bowls? Tell me what's right with bowls.
Bowls equally great. I mean, I can totally see myself taking that up in time.
Shay, love, a word, please.
Shay, love, I'm heading down the club. A word, please.
A word, please. No, I think it's a good idea. And I hope it goes well, but I don't. Is it going to be well followed?
I don't
Do you
know.
think?
I hope so.
It's a great
I hope
show,
so.
though. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And if anyone from the Rock League, any players would like to come on and talk about the Rock League, then...
Why don't we ask Bruce Mert on?
Well, I'm obviously... Bezzy's with his mother now.
Exactly, yeah. What is it with you and talking to famous, successful athletes and their family members?
Families, I know. Like, obviously, Kelly Hodgkinson in Paris, all her family. It's so weird. I was putting together a bit of a trail for a little project coming up, and I went back to that clip of me talking to the Hodgkins family. I mean, it's so mad. Your mother, sister, auntie, the whole family, and then post her win, their father. I don't know. I've just got this capacity to run into family members of Olympians.
Good.
It's a great niche skill.
It's certainly a good skill to have.
When I could run into casting directors with the same veracity, that'd be helpful. Oh, well. Are you off to play football?
I am, yeah. My knees are falling apart, though, mate. Jesus Christ, it's bad.
Yeah, well, it's good that you're being
I need to
active.
keep fit. I need to lose a bit of weight.
All right, great. Well, I'm going to stay in the Clubhouse because it's a Premier League midweek night, and I'm going to watch some consequential games and hope that they all go in the right direction. Just going to bed in. Just going to bed in, a nice night here, and roll home. So you go be active, I will go to the bar.
Perfect. That sounds about right. Have a lovely time.
Yes.
See you soon. West Brom are getting relegated.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't happen.
Let's just leave it at that.
Cheers. Cheers to the baggies. Lots of love. Bye now.
Bye now.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.